All right, good morning, everybody. Hello and welcome to the stream. How are you today? I certainly hope that today, together, we can have some fun on stream and take everyone's mind off of all the crazy shit going on in the world right now. There's way too much stressful, crazy shit going on, this year in particular already. And now we just have more stressful, crazy shit going on. It can be tough sometimes. I hear you. I hear you guys. I'm with you. It's definitely a challenging year for everybody. Okay? So, that being said, my point of streaming today is to hopefully be able to distract you guys and gals from some of this really stressful stuff that's going on, and hopefully we can have some fun together with games together. All right? Doing a variety of stuff today for sure. Today is Saturday, the 29th of August, 2020. We are very quickly coming to the end of August, and we're nearing the end of the summertime months. The fall is right around the corner, and the very busy gaming season of the year is about to begin this coming week, coming up, with nonstop new releases pretty much every week when it comes to video games. And, of course, that means my streams will be picking up big time with the coverage of all the new releases and all the exciting stuff happening, and I hope you guys will join me for this very fun journey, okay? So, let's talk, first of all, about the passing of Chadwick Bosman, who no one knew was suffering from cancer, right? I mean, this is crazy. This is a guy who made some of the best movies, well, first of all, the best movies of his career in the last 7+ years, and became synonymous with American pop culture cinema. And no one knew this guy was suffering from cancer because he didn't tell anybody. He only, he kept it very close to his chest, and only certain people involved in all of that even knew. And can you imagine the strength this guy had to have had to film action movies while he was in stage 3 to stage 4 cancer and taking constant treatments and everything? Like, that's crazy shit, man. Crazy. I never would have suspected from seeing him in those movies and everything. No way, man. It's just so unfortunate. It's so sad. Of course, it's all anyone's been talking about overnight. And it is very, very sad that we've lost him so soon. He's only 43 years old. At the height of his career. What I'll say is, obviously this is not the purpose of my streams or whatever, but obviously we're all kind of affected by this news. Most of us have seen at least one or more of his movies in the last few years because he's been at the top of cinema. You know what I mean? The Marvel stuff alone, millions upon millions of people around the world have seen. So what I'll say is this. It's unfortunate whenever we lose someone, especially unexpectedly, but we should celebrate the legacy of their life and the great things that they have done and remember them in that way. Chadwick will be immortalized because of what he has done on the silver screen, okay? And we're not going to forget him anytime soon. But understand this, he's not just Black Panther. The man was a man himself, you know what I mean? Like, he had a body of work. That was great. Only now I'm finding out that he did some really awesome movies. Like in 2013, he did a movie, 42, about the life of Jackie Robinson, who was a groundbreaking historic figure in American baseball. And, if you really liked Chadwick's work in the Avengers movies, maybe take some time to go see some of his other work, because apparently he was a very well-versed actor and he had good range. Okay? So, rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. Gone way, way, way too soon. And we're going to miss him. Alright? Alright. Now let's move on to my streaming stuff. I just want to get that out of the way. Because, we've all felt really sad, overnight because of this. So let's talk, guys. My streams today. What are we doing? Alright, so today's main gameplay stream is Super Mario the Origami King. Excuse me. Paper Mario the Origami King. Whoops. Why are we doing Paper Mario as a main gameplay stream again? Well, last week I did one, and surprisingly, okay, it went pretty well, I would say. people enjoyed it. People hung out with me, interacted, helped me out, and it was a really good stream. It was a positive stream. We had a lot of fun together. And I was worried last week when I played Paper Mario as a main stream that it wasn't going to bring the support and that we might even have an issue continuing with the vest streak and stuff, but it actually wasn't the case at all. People actually did come out and support it and were happy that I was playing it for variety's sake on a main stream, which was good, and it ended up going really well. Now, the thing is, as I said, starting next week, new releases. The big fall new releases are starting up. We got Marvel's Avengers and the Tony Hawk Collection next week. You know, Paper Mario is a game I've been playing for over a month. It's a very lengthy game. At this point, I believe I'm over 30 hours into it. In fact, I can confirm that. I'm curious because I want to see myself how long this game is and how far in I actually am. Let's see here. Alright, so 23 videos. But I know I did at least, I want to say, two to three, like, main streams of it. So, it's probably about roughly 25 hours into it right now. Okay? So, it is a lengthy game. And because I've been doing it as night streams mostly, you know, here we are a month later, and I haven't beaten it yet. Alright? We're in World 4 of 5, and then there's a finale. So, my goal is that if I could focus on this game as a main gameplay stream this weekend and then one more time next week, hopefully we can get really far into it, like maybe finish up World 4 and even get to World 5. And then if we just do it as a night stream, say once or twice a week moving forward, maybe we can beat it, you know, within the next month. I don't know. I don't know how long the finale is, okay? I guess we'll see. But I'm hoping for major progress today, tomorrow night, and then I'm probably going to do it as the main gameplay stream either Wednesday or Thursday to try to get as far as I can, okay? So we'll see. Let's see what happens, but I'm hoping that we can get good progress because, man, I can't have this game lingering. You know, right now, we're in the midst of other playthroughs. It looks like I'm about to finish Nier Automata, which we'll talk about in a moment, which is good. And Batman's going to basically become a night stream at this point. So Batman's going to be going on for a while, you know. And so we're going to have new releases during the day, and we're going to have, you know, streams of like Paper Mario and Batman and that kind of stuff going on at night. And I need to finish this up. So we're going to get as far as we can. That's why I'm doing it as a main stream today, and I'm probably doing it as, like I said, a main gameplay stream coming up over the next week as well. Okay? Fair enough? All right. So let's talk. Main gameplay stream, Mario and the Origami King today. Hope you guys will chill with me and have fun. It's definitely not a very crazy challenging game, but it is an interesting game with some of the writing and stuff is pretty good. The boss fights are hilariously quirky and silly. And we're in the open seas. World 4 is a big open ocean. We just cleared the fog in the sea, so you can go anywhere you want. And I'm sure we're going to find a series of islands and things that we can explore. So it should be pretty interesting. I hope you guys will hang out with me and enjoy it. Okay? Later tonight, something completely different. It's time for more Fall Guys. Alright? A late night Fall Guys stream tonight. I hope you guys have been enjoying my Fall Guys coverage recently. Keep in mind, coming up this coming week, it's going to be scaled down particularly, you know, sharply. I'm probably only going to be playing Fall Guys like once this coming week because of the new releases coming out. Okay? So, Fall Guys tonight. 2 hours of survival fun around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow, we return to Batman Arkham City for a major stream. 3.5 hours of progress tomorrow. I've been doing a lot of side content, but probably I'll focus in on either the main story or if I run into other major side quest lines, I'm probably not going to be doing many Riddler riddles unless they're like really simple and along the path to the story. Okay? Hoping to make some good progress tomorrow in Batman. Tomorrow night will be more Paper Mario and the Origami King. So that way we can get about 5 to 6 hours of gameplay progress in this week. Okay? On Monday, it'll be the conclusion of Nier Automata, including the finale of the sea run, because we are currently at the finale dungeon right now. And then after the sea run ends, I have to rebeat it by loading checkpoints, and that'll allow us to do D and E runs and see the true endings of the game, apparently. Okay? So that is coming up on Monday. And then Monday night, will be more Fall Guys to end the week, okay? Tuesday, I'm off from streaming. Now, this coming week, here's the thing. 2 new releases coming out on Friday, okay? And so I got to try to weigh and balance what I'm going to be doing this coming week, what makes more sense, what's more important, all right? I definitely 100% want to do another stream of Paper Mario as a main gameplay stream this coming week. So I'm debating doing it probably on Wednesday, and then Wednesday night, maybe some Batman, okay? Thursday, the next episode of Tell Me Why comes out, and as long as it comes out in time for the early gameplay stream, I'm probably going to be doing it on Thursday, okay? And then Thursday night, it's actually going to be my weekly stream of Street Fighter. Why Thursday night? Why will Street Fighter be Thursday? Well, because Friday, when I would usually do it, it's a double new release day. So I'm going to be doing it on Thursday instead of Friday, okay? Then on Friday, it's a double new release day. We're going to have Marvel's Avengers on the first stream and the Tony Hawk Pro Skater Collection on the late stream. On Saturday, it's going to be more of the same, unless you guys, after Friday ends, maybe want me to flip it. All right, then I could probably flip it and do Tony Hawk early and Marvel later. But we'll see what you guys think on Friday when the games come out. Then on Sunday, I'm going to be doing one of those games as the main gameplay stream, whether it's Marvel or Tony Hawk. And then on Monday, I'll do whatever game I didn't do on Sunday. Now, that Sunday night, which would be a week from tomorrow, I'm not streaming. All right? I can't do a stream that Sunday night. So that means one day of next week, not this week coming up, but next week will be one less stream. And then that final Monday there, that Monday night, I'm not sure what I want to do. At that point, I wouldn't have played Fire Emblem all week, so maybe Fire Emblem. But I could do another Mario stream to get further in Mario. Or I could do Fall Guys. I'm not sure what I want to do. And this is the problem now, is that because there's multiple new releases coming out with the ongoing playthroughs I'm doing, that I'm making basically no progress in a lot of stuff. Okay? So, this is challenging. And as long as multiple games keep releasing, it's going to continue to be very challenging for me to balance everything. All right? It's the nature of the beast when you're a content creator like me. Okay? We'll see what happens. We'll see how people react. Because the thing is, what if I play Marvel's Avengers and Tony Hawk and one of them generally doesn't get a very good reaction? People aren't really liking it, or I'm not really liking it, then maybe I won't play it as much. Right? It all depends. We have to see. And plus, we don't even know, with Marvel's Avengers, we have zero clue how long the plot actually is. Like, maybe the story's only 5 hours long, and then all the other content in the game is just grindy co-op content with friends. In which case, that's pretty much the end of the game for me, right? We don't know. So we have to see once the game's released. So we'll see what happens, all right? We shall see what happens coming up, but it's going to be an eventful couple of weeks, that's for sure. Now, you may have noticed, I didn't mention anything about Ask the King. Originally, Ask the King, my Q&A show, was supposed to be the first week of September. At this point, number one, there's absolutely no way I could do it. I'm too busy. And number two, let's face it, we talk every day, and Ask the King isn't a giant priority at this point. So what I'm going to do, likely I'm going to bump Ask the King for at least a month. All right? And I'm going to reschedule it for like early October, if we even get to do it then. You see, we have to see what happens. So, but right now it's just definitely not going to happen. There's just no way. I got too many games that I'm playing at once. I have to get through them. I can't be taking time for Ask the King and stuff right now, you know? So, that's the plan for this coming week, okay, everybody? All right. I'm trying to think. Oh, the poll for the marathon closes tonight. All right? Tonight, I'm officially going to close the poll for the upcoming gaming marathon, and you guys are going to get to start nominating games. Right now, it's the rage-inducing marathon is the one that is winning, and it's winning by about, I would say, like over 10 votes. So if some of you go vote today who have not voted yet, you could flip the whole poll. Chances are I don't think that's going to happen. It looks like we're probably going to be doing a Rageathon, in which case I'm going to open up a thread where you guys can begin to nominate games for the Rageathon. All right? I'm going to say this up front. All right? please actually try to nominate games that will make me rage because they're like challenging or difficult. Not because you think it's a game I don't like, because you tried this last year and it didn't work. If you remember last year, during the summertime, we did a Rageathon. And people nominated games like Street Fighter V. Guess how many times I raged playing Street Fighter V? Zero. Zero. Because guess what? The game isn't going to make me rage. I just don't like it, and I get incredibly bored when I play it, and I just wish I'm playing something else because the game sucks compared to old school Street Fighter. So it didn't cause me to rage whatsoever. In fact, all that happened was I actually went on a win streak for most of the time I played it, and people hated it. They wanted to see me rage, and instead I was winning constantly, and they were upset. Okay? Another game that I played was Morrowind. Now, not to say that Morrowind didn't turn into something good, because it absolutely did. It turned into a really fun playthrough that we did for a long time this year. Of course, now it's on hiatus. It may continue to in the future, depending on time constraints. But, you know, that didn't cause rage either. All right? And the other thing, and this is how stupid people are. No, I'm not fucking playing Code Vein. You got to be a moron to think this. Code Vein has been banned from every single event, from Viewer's Choice to everything else, okay? I'm not going to pay $60 fucking to play Code Vein for an hour and a half. You'd have to be a moron to think that. No, I'm not buying Code Vein and wasting fucking money on a game that I know I'm not, that it's a waste of everyone's time and money. And I'm not going to rage when I played it anyway. Didn't you see? I played the Code Vein beta and I didn't rage once. And it's just going to be the early part of the game anyway. So, what I will do, I will set up the thread tonight on the forums. Again, unless there's a flip. Unless a bunch of people go and vote otherwise, which I really don't foresee happening, and they flip this whole event on its head and it becomes something different. Tonight I'm going to be setting up the thread. Alright? Where you can nominate rage-inducing games. And I'm just going to forewarn everyone. Don't nominate games that are full-on retail games that are expensive. I'm not buying an outright game for a fucking marathon I'm never going to play again. Sorry. Just not doing it. And, you know, certain games like Code Vein and stuff like that are still going to be off limits. There's no point. Like, if you guys really want me to play Street Fighter V again, fine, I guess. But just understand, there will be no rage involved. It'll just be me disappointed that I have to play this bad game again. And probably beating Scrubs online, because I haven't played it in a year. And I'm just going to win against Scrubs. You know, it just is what it is. So, I guess we'll see what happens. All right, I'll set it up tonight, and you guys can nominate stuff, and we'll see what happens. And then this FYI, this marathon is likely going to happen near the end of September. Probably, you know, around the time of the festival, because you know the festival usually happens around the end of the month too. So we'll see. All right, we'll see when I can squeeze it in. Excuse me. I Heart Dart says, what if a viewer buys Code Vein for me? Yeah, then I would do it, because it's only, you know, if we're only going to do it for like an hour and a half in the marathon, and a viewer buys the game outright for me, that's different. Yeah, then it would be possible. But again, you're not going to see any rage. You're going to see me play the game for an hour and a half and do the intro segment with zero rage. I played the beta and there was no rage. So why do you think that this would be a rage-inducing game? I have no idea. It's just like you've got this weird obsessive thought in your head that this game somehow is going to result in some kind of content you're going to like when it's just going to be fucking boring. That makes no sense at all. It really doesn't. But, you know, I don't know why people think this. No, I don't keep talking about it. It's hilarious, because you keep talking about it. I don't keep talking about it. You do. It's certain viewers who just keep bringing up this fucking Code Vein game, not me. I moved way on. The game's a year old now. Why the fuck do I care about Code Vein? A fucking stupid Dark Souls knockoff. I don't at all. You guys keep fucking bringing it up. It's like, again, you get this weird obsessive thoughts in your head about, we gotta see this, we gotta see this. Like, what the fuck is your problem? What is going on in your brain that there's a malfunction, that you think this certain game is going to result in some kind of content that's never going to happen? Because it's the same thing with Street Fighter V. People always think they're going to get some kind of crazy rage or something out of me they don't get. You don't get it when I play. I play, you know, every year, I want to see Street Fighter V, and then I play it, and people are like, oh, well, that wasn't what I expected. Well, no shit. Because I said it a million times, it's not going to result in this crazy breakdown that you think is going to happen on the stream. I just don't get it. But anyway, I'm going to allow you guys to nominate stuff, all right? And based on the nominations, I'm going to formulate, stuff for this marathon. So that's going to be coming later tonight. Again, it may not be Rageathon, although I think it's incredibly small chance that enough people will vote to flip this on its head and it won't be a rage-inducing marathon. We'll see what happens by the time later tonight when I mess with that poll, okay? And by the way, I really hope there wasn't any fake votes. I'm going to check on that too. There were 0 fake votes in the viewer's choice polling, which I was very pleased with. So I hope that they followed suit and there wasn't some asshole who came in here and tried to vote a million times to inflate the numbers, which would really piss me off if that's the case. I guess we'll see. Okay. All right. So that's the deal. Outside of that, we're almost at September. And when September hits, I'll be setting up a subscriber goal that'll be based on the Halloween event. All right. We're going to try to get people to sub. And if we hit a certain amount of subs, we'll be doing a Halloween marathon. If we hit a tier 2, you guys will be able to pick the kind of Halloween costume that I'll be wearing during this event. It's going to be fun. We do this every year in September to get ready for October. And I'm excited for it. And I hope that you guys are too. All right. Okay. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else I want to mention before we get into shout-outs? Not particularly. Like, nothing's really coming to mind. Not really. All right. I guess we shall get started here with shout-outs. So, Silly and Fun Positive Man. What a name. And by the way, there's no way I could probably fit that on the leaderboard. I could try, I guess. He did 100% cheers. So what school did you get your MBA from? I don't have an MBA. I didn't get a master's. I got a standard degree in, business and finance. And I've talked about it many times over the years. I went to Fairfield University in Fairfield, Connecticut. But I did go back to school. I went to night school to try to get an MBA. And I went for 2 semesters because it was through my former employer, my office job that I had from, I think it was like 2006 to like 2010. So it was like 4.5 years I worked there. Once you worked there a certain amount of time, they paid for you to go back to school. So I was going to night school in order to, get a master's. And I went for 2 semesters. And then, sadly, stuff fell apart. And what I mean by that is I was actually going with a group of friends from work, and they were carpooling. This is a time when my back really was fucked up, and I could not drive, distance at all. I couldn't because I was all fucked up in my back. So my friends were carpooling, and, we were all going together, and then there was a big falling out, big falling out of my friends. Not me, but 2 of my friends' coworkers who were friends basically stopped talking to each other for some weird reason. I don't actually know what it was because I wasn't involved in it. And basically, they stopped going, and I was like, well, I guess I can't keep going because if they're not going to go, I can't go because they were the ones who were driving and carpooling. So after going for a year, 2 semesters of night school, I stopped going, and basically it went absolutely nowhere. Those credits floated around and then just vanished. And I never went back. Now, the good thing is, it's a good thing I didn't keep going to night school. Because if I had, I would have never graduated because I got laid off from the job. I probably would have went to this school for about 3 years out of the 4 needed to get the master's degree. And then I would have been laid off and not gotten it and gotten completely fucked over. That would have been really bad. So it actually kind of worked out that I stopped going. As silly as it is. And since then, that was what, 11, 12 years ago. I've not been to a school since then, and I don't plan on ever going to school again in my life unless I'm forced to. Psychic Taco, no, I couldn't find a different way to get there. The school that I was going to was about an hour away. We were, like I said, I was carpooling with my coworkers after work. we would carpool to the school and back. And then I would just drive from my work to my job, or to my house, which was, the condo in Connecticut was literally 5 minutes away from where I worked. So I could drive that distance, but I couldn't be driving an hour on the highway with how bad my back was. There was no way. I couldn't even drive for more than like 20 minutes. My back would start to kill me, So it sucked. It sucked, the situation. But at the same time, like I said, it kind of worked out. Imagine if I had gone to school for 3 years working my ass off trying to get a master's degree and then got laid off and couldn't finish it, right? That would not have been good. Okay. So anyway, Cillian Positive Man, thank you for the first cheer. Alexander Rossi cheered and said, the Marvel's Avengers beta sucked ass. Play Tony Hawk on the first stream or at least poll it on Twitter. Holy fuck. No, we're going to do a major stream of Marvel, and here's why. The only way we're going to know if this game has anything good to it is by playing it a bit on launch. The beta, I played one major stream of. It was the intro segment, which probably we're going to be doing again. All right. And then we're going to get into the story. And by getting into the actual story, maybe we'll get to see how, what content is in the game rather than what was in the beta. You could tell what was in the beta was only like one major story mission, and then it just went into side content that's grindy shit that's boring. So, the only way you're going to... If I just play 2-hour streams at night, I might do 3 of those things and not even know what the hell the game is yet. Because you got to get through the intro first. See? So, no, we're definitely doing that as the main stream on Friday. Okay? Spurgelmeister has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Spurgelmeister, for the sub. I appreciate that. Magic Sperm Whale resubscribed for 5 months in a row. It says, play Pogo Stuck. What the fuck is Pogo Stuck? I have no idea, but thank you, Magic Sperm Whale, for the sub. Gerard Crow cheers and what's the point of doing a Rageathon if we're essentially forced to nominate things you already own or cheap games, or buy the games we want you to play? You should do an indie game marathon if you only play cheap game. Well, I would have done an indie game marathon if people voted for it. But instead, people stupidly voted for a Rageathon, which I knew was going to turn out to be exactly what it was last year. People nominating stuff that's stupid and not rage-inducing. But what can I say? People want things, I give them what they want, and then they regret asking for it because then they can't follow through. I don't know what else to tell you. I created the poll to let people vote on what they want. You vote for a Rageathon, do you really think I'm going to drop hundreds of dollars to play games for an hour each? No. Absolutely not. Now, again, if people want to donate a game, you're so desperate to see me play Code Vein for an hour and a half, that's different. I'm about to hit the gaming season, the busy gaming season of the year, where I'm going to have to spend tons of money on all the new games over the next few months. Now is not the time to be dropping hundreds of dollars on a game I'll play once and never touch again. Why people thought that would happen, I have no idea. Maybe they're just stupid. I don't know what else to say. Common sense, I guess. A lot of people don't have it. I don't know what else to say, man. Seriously. Anyway. Don't know what else to tell you. Use your head. That Anonymous cheer said, what about a philathon where you marathon games where you've always wanted to play with zero thoughts or concerns about what viewers think for once? I mean, we could do that, but the thing is, I don't think that's ever going to be something that's a goal that's going to be reached. Like, who's going to contribute to a sub-goal to see a philathon, right? People want to contribute to get control over events themselves, not to have me have ultimate control over an event. Maybe, all right, maybe one day there'll be an extended period of time without many new releases. This happens frequently. This year it didn't really happen during the summer because of, everything being screwed up because of the pandemic. But let's say in the future, we've got like a month where there's nothing going on for new releases, very slow. Then the philathon could work, right? Then it could definitely be, let's just play a bunch of games that I've always wanted to see. Okay? Or I've wanted to play and I haven't really gotten around to play on stream. And see if they turn out well, if you guys like them and they become full playthroughs or whatever. That's probably when I would consider doing that. But outside of that, no, I seriously don't believe that people would contribute to see me create my own kind of event like that. Rob on Wakandan Wheels tipped me $5. He says, feel free to put me as Rob on the board if I'm lucky enough to get there. You are. No one has tipped yet, Rob. He says, I just wanted to pay my own tribute tonight. Could you possibly tweet me links to your playlist for the Walking Dead final season, if you don't mind? Oh. Let me see here. Hold on a second. Because the thing is, Rob, I don't know your account on Twitter. I don't necessarily know that. But what I can do, I can see if I can find it now and put it in the stream chat. I don't know if you're around. Let me see here. Or I can tweet it out. Hold on. So this would be The Walking Dead. I'm just going to search for The Walking Dead in my playlists. Here it is. The final season. Episode 4, Episode 3. How many episodes were there? I'm going to type in The Walking Dead. The final season. And see what comes up. No playlists were found. YouTube sucks. YouTube seriously sucks shit. So according to this, The Walking Dead, the final season, is this episodes 1 and 2? Let me see. Yes, I have a playlist. That's episodes 1 and 2. Okay. And then it froze because if you remember, Telltale Games went out of business while they were making the final season. So it got put on hiatus for a long time, and then another company bought out the rights to finish the game, and they finished the game with 2 more episodes, episode 3 and episode 4. So I have a playlist that's episode 1 and 2, and then I have a playlist for episode 3 and a playlist for episode 4. What a mess. What a freaking mess this is. Let me see here. Why are you guys spamming about contributing in the chat? Could you, like, stop that? I went back to the chat to see what people were talking about, and they're all, like, spamming about contributing. Like, shut up. Stop that. No one's doing that. Alright? No one is spamming about contributing. Stop being jerks. Okay, so anyway. So, Rob, let's see what I can do here. All I can do... Maybe I could publicly tweet these out. Or... Okay, Rob, here's what you should do. If you're listening. Tweet me directly on Twitter. And I will leave this open on my PC. Or on my laptop. And then later today, when I see your tweet on Twitter, I will respond with the links that you're looking for. Okay? I don't just want to tweet this out randomly out of nowhere and have everyone publicly be like, why the fuck is he tweeting out The Walking Dead now? But if you tweet me directly on Twitter, I will respond later today. I have the links on my laptop and I could just post them up. Fair enough? Alright, now let's get Rob on the leaderboard here. Thank you for the contribution, and thank you to the nice tribute to Chadwick Bosman. You know, one thing I will say that I forgot to say earlier when we were talking about Chadwick Bosman's passing is the following. You never know what personal struggles someone is going through. There are a lot of people out there who would rather not share their intense personal hardships and struggles with the public, even though they're public figures. They'd want to keep it private because maybe they feel that that would be a burden on the public to know what they're going through. And in particular, if you're someone who's constantly in the public eye, okay, maybe you don't want people feeling sorry for you. and maybe you don't want people going to see your work or you know what I mean, like give you attention just because they feel bad for you because something's going on behind those scenes. But you never know what someone's going through. You don't. Some people are, that's the kind of people they are. They don't want the public to share in their misery, their stresses, their suffering. And you know, Chadwick Boseman was definitely one of those people where he kept it private, you know, for his own reasons, and that's to be respected. At the same time, this should be a lesson for all of us that we need to be nice to people, man. Because you don't know what the fuck someone is going through. You really don't. You really don't know behind the scenes what people are doing and what they're going through. So maybe just take this opportunity to maybe look in the mirror and say, maybe one day I shouldn't be a fucking piece of shit internet troll who just treats everyone like dirt and thinks that life's a joke and everything's acceptable to do. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe this is an opportunity for all of us to kind of reassess who we are and say maybe we just shouldn't be miserable individuals who fucking try to make, you know, people's lives a living hell. And just because someone's in the public eye and they're doing, supposedly looking like they're doing better than you, doesn't necessarily mean that they've got a perfect life. And it doesn't mean that that's an open season for you to just like tear someone down. It just seems to me like in the modern world, we think that people who are like have some kind of notoriety, right, or they're publicly known, that those people, oh well, they deserve to be attacked and they deserve to be derided and they deserve to be torn down constantly. They chose that life to be in the public eye, right? But you never know what the hell's really going on there. You don't know those people. All you know is what they choose to publicly present. So maybe just stop being a fucking asshole, you know? I'm just saying. Like, Chadwick Bosman actually had a post that he had done on the internet a few months ago during this pandemic, and I don't know if it was talking to fans or whatever, but he looked terrible. Like, he looked like a skeleton, no lie, because he had been going through super heavy chemo trying to save his life, and he had lost an insane amount of weight. He looked like a skeleton, but try to hide this, he grew a giant beard. Like, he grew a really big beard because he was trying to hide how sick he was. And people made fun of him. Seriously, people made fun of him because of this. They were like, look how he looks, what a joke. This is supposed to be Black Panther or whatever. And it's like, you're fucked up, man. Like, what the fuck is your problem? This guy was, behind the scenes, this guy was dying. Right? And you gotta act like it's open season to just fucking make fun of someone like that. Like, what the fuck is your problem? And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. And I hope that maybe this is a lesson for all of us. I do. I hope that maybe this is a lesson for all of us. That we stop with all this bullshit. And we grow up a little bit and we say, maybe we shouldn't just take every living opportunity to make fun of someone or bring down someone or think that someone's life is so amazingly fabulous just because they're a public figure. Because there are a lot of people out there who I'm sure is going through stuff and we don't know because those people hide that stuff for good reason, whether it's their own personal intentions or, again, they don't want you to feel bad for them. Like, maybe Chadwick thought if everyone knew that I was going through this crazy bad cancer, people would go out and see his movies more. And maybe he was like, maybe I don't want that. Maybe I want people to actually go see my work because I'm a good actor. And they feel that I did a good job rather than they felt bad for me. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. All right. That Anonymous cheered. And he said, what about a stupid-a-thon? Where people come up with the worst games for the marathon format for you to suffer through. I mean, isn't that kind of what the Rageathon is supposed to be? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for the cheer. Okay. So let's do some shout-outs. Let's give shout-outs to the top cheers of the week, shall we? Top cheers of the week so far. We got Gerard Crow in 10th place. We got Sambuca 2020 in 9th. Ripley Atomic in 8th. Nonsense Gaming Live in 7th. Spartan King in 6th. Jordy and Paul in 5th. Ninstar Rune in 4th. Timbo Slice in 3rd. Life for Soul in second, and Shadow the Hedgehog way out there in first, way ahead of everybody. Thank you guys for the cheering support this week. I appreciate that. Also, thank you to the following people who've gifted subscriptions to the channel this week, including Melody Zelda, Internet Famous McCroy, That Dude Roz, Kubi Contract, and Angelo Bestia, who each gifted a single subscription. Then we've got Lunaba, who gifted 2 subs, including they just gifted one right now to I Am Razor. And then Frenolith is currently the leader with gifted subs this week with 3 gifted subscriptions. So thank you guys again for the channel support this week. All right, I guess that's going to be it, guys. Shorter pre-stream today. Let's take a break. I got to use the restroom, and actually I got to go get the Switch because my wife was playing Animal Crossing this morning. And I got to go get the Switch so that we can we can play some Mario fun. All right? So thank you guys. I shall return in a few with Paper Mario the Origami King. I hope you're ready for some nice chill RPG fun today, and I'll see you in a bit. All right, I'll be right back.